Okay, take 4. Those of you who make videos know that sometimes you just have trouble getting through a video. Alright, today I'm reviewing Fakher Soft Black. I have to give a big shout out to Hookahman 1988, who was kind enough to send me a very generous sample of this tobacco. I've been able to smoke this tobacco every day now for the past 3 or 4 days, I guess. And it's a good thing because this type of tobacco, especially for someone like me whose palate is not as sensitive to tobacco notes, I have to smoke it a few times to really appreciate it. Fakher Soft Black is a traditional style tobacco, shisha tobacco, in that it's just tobacco and molasses. I don't think there's any glycerin in here. I know I saw Kalutika's video, and I agree with him. I don't believe there's any glycerin in this. The cut is very much like nakhla. It's coarse. It's sticky. It's moist, but it's not wet per se. It's not drippy. The smell is very interesting to me. I think that the smell actually is more interesting than the taste. The first time I smelled it, the first thing that popped in my mind was beech nut chewing tobacco, believe it or not. And that's an old memory, so I could be way off base on that. But that's what it reminds me of, a leafy type of chewing tobacco. It has a definite tobacco smell, a very rich tobacco smell. And I can also smell the molasses in here. It has a definite sweetness. Overall, it's a very earthy smell. And to me, the taste of this stuff is very earthy also. It has a certain tanginess to it. That part is hard to describe. All I can say is that on the inhale, I get a certain tangy sort of a note to it that I can't really put my finger on. I couldn't tell you exactly what that is. It has a decided woodiness to me. I taste and that could be a bit deceptive. Again, I think it's earthy, and if I had to really put an analogy to the overall flavor, it reminds me of being in a woods on a fall day where you have the damp earth and damp vegetation and the smell of the wood, the trees and whatnot. It's really, really good. I really like it. But it's very hard to describe. There's also a certain sweetness to it, and the sweetness seems to build over the course of the session. Kind of builds up on your palate, and your tongue, and your lips. And I can't exactly place the taste of that either, but I want to say that it is the molasses itself. It isn't a fruit-like sweetness. It isn't a sugar-like sweetness. It's more of a syrup-like or a sap-like sweetness. Again, very earthy to me. It tastes very good. I like it a lot. If you're the kind of person that likes Desi Merli, or possibly nakhla, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, Zag, you know what I mean. If you like those kinds of tobaccos, you're almost certainly going to like this. Now, of course, it may taste completely different on your palate than it does on mine, but I do believe you'll like it. If you're the kind of person that enjoys big, bold, fruity, in-your-face kind of things, and you know that that's what you like and that's all you like, then you're not going to like this, I don't think. But of course, if you get a chance to smoke it, go for it. As far as nicotine, I'm pretty much a nicotine junkie. I'm a cigarette smoker, have been for 30 years at least, and this satisfies my nicotine craving, let's put it that way. There's very few shisha tobaccos that give me a noticeable buzz. Tangiers Noir does. Nakhla will if I chain it. This will if I chain it. But like a wash tobacco, when I'm done smoking Star Buzz, I want to have a cigarette afterwards. But this satisfies my nicotine craving. And one last thing, I had a YouTube subscriber. I can't remember your name, I'm so sorry. Doka? I think that was your name. Probably pronounced that wrong. Asked that I comment on if I think a tobacco is a daily smoke or an occasional smoke. For me, pretty much every shisha tobacco lately has been an occasional smoke. But having said that, this I could smoke every day. I've been smoking it every day for the past 3 or 4 days, and I am definitely not tired of it. If this were the only tobacco available to me, it wouldn't bother me. I could smoke this every day, definitely. But again, it's a plain traditional style tobacco, and if that isn't your kind of thing, then you probably couldn't smoke it every day. But I'll be commenting on that in every shisha review from now on. So I probably did not do this justice, but I did the best I could. Again, thank you, Hookahman 1988. Very much appreciated. This is for me, this is a rare opportunity. I'm hesitant to drop the money on this. I was hesitant to. The only place I know you can get this is from hookahjohn.com, and it unfortunately is only available in kilos. And the last comment I saw was that it was unlikely that it was going to be available in smaller quantities, at least not anytime soon. But now, after having smoked it, there's a good chance that I'm seriously considering dropping the money on it. It's a very good tobacco. I like it a lot. So I think that's about it. With that, this has been Dee from hookahpro.com. Be sure to check out hookahpro.com, and as always, thanks for watching.